All right, we have 35 and 36. We are simplifying the sum. We need to add them. First, we need to figure out a common denominator. I'm going to start by factoring everything. That should be your first step. So we're going to look at the top here. I'm going to use a color that's not black. We have a squared plus 7a plus 10. We're going to use the x method for this one. If I draw my x a little bigger, we want c on top, so we want something that multiplies to 10 and adds to 7. That's going to be 5 and 2. So on top, we're going to have a plus 5 and a plus 2. On the bottom, we're also going to use the x method. We want something that multiplies to negative 15 and adds to 2. It's going to be 5 and negative 3. So on top we have a plus 5 and a minus 3. Now if you notice, we have two a plus 5s on the top and on the bottom, so those are going to cancel out. We're still adding 10 over a minus 3. So my two fractions are a plus 2 over a minus 3 plus 10 over a minus 3. Here's a cool thing. We have a common denominator. They're the same. So we can just add the top. We don't have to do anything funny. So I'm going to rewrite it as a plus 2 plus 10 over a minus 3. We're going to combine our like terms. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so I can do that. So on top we'd have a plus 12 over a plus 3. And I can't cancel anything out because these all travel together and these all travel together. So this is my final answer. You don't need the parentheses in your final answer, but that's what it should look like. We're doing the same thing for the second one. We have 4 over m plus 9. And then we're going to add to that 5 over, we need to factor this bottom thing. Now if you want, you can factor it using the x method. You should have something that multiplies to 81. And then we don't have a b value, so it should add to 0. Your two factors are going to be negative 9 and 9. This is also the one where you take the square root of the first thing and the square root of the second one. And one of your factors is going to be x plus 9, and the other is going to be x minus 9. So either way, we'll get you to the right answer. Before we add them, we need a common denominator. I noticed this one has x plus 9 and x minus 9, and this one does not have the x minus 9. So I'm going to have to multiply the top by x minus 9 and the bottom by x minus 9. If I simplify the top, we have 4 times x gives me 4x. 4 times 9 gives me a negative 20, or excuse me, a negative 36. And then we're going to have plus 5. And on the bottom, we have m plus 9 times m minus 9. We're going to simplify the top a little bit. So I have 4, this should be an m, 4m. If I do negative 36 plus 5, I get minus 31 all over m plus 9 times m minus 9. Now I can't simplify it any further because I can't take anything out of the top. 4 does not go into negative 31, 2 does not go into negative 31. I also can't cross anything out because nothing matches. So that is my final answer.